Hey everyone, it's Tony here from Retirees Benefits, and if you've been wondering whether that $2,000 check from President Trump is actually happening, I've got breaking news for you. The government shutdown just ended. The White House just confirmed the Tariff dividend payment plan, and there's some serious confusion about who's actually getting this money. Is it everyone? Is it just low and middle-income Americans? The answers are all over the place right now. I spent hours going through Trump's Truth Social posts, the White House press statements, and the proposed American Worker Rebate Act, so you don't have to wade through all the political noise. And honestly, what I found is both exciting and confusing at the same time. So let's break down exactly what Trump signed, what the White House is saying, who qualifies, and when you might actually see this money in your account. Before we dive in, all I ask is that you hit that like and subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds, and it helps this information reach more people who need it. Okay, so here's what just happened. President Trump signed the amendment that ended what's been called the longest government shutdown in United States history. This was a historical moment, and Trump made it clear that millions of Americans have been struggling during this shutdown. But here's what's getting everyone excited. Trump is now officially committed to sending out what he's calling a, quote, tariff dividend to Americans. This isn't money coming from taxpayers. According to the plan, this is money generated from tariffs on foreign goods coming into the country. Here's Trump's own words on this. He said they're going to issue a dividend to middle-income and lower-income people of about $2,000, and they're going to use the remaining tariff money to lower the national debt. He called this a national security thing. All right, here's where things get messy, and I need you to pay close attention because even the official statements are contradictory. White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt said, and I'm reading the exact statement here, President Trump remains committed to sending each American a $2,000 dividend check. Notice that phrase, each American. Not low-income Americans, not middle-income Americans, each American. But then, when you look at Trump's Truth Social posts, he says the money will go to low and middle-income USA citizens, and not including high-income people. And then, you've got analysts saying the cutoff might be people making $100,000 or less per year. So which is it? That's the million-dollar question, or should I say, the $2,000 question. Here's my honest take. I think the White House is still figuring out the details. Karoline Leavitt admitted that White House officials are exploring ways to execute the plan, but didn't provide specific options or eligibility details. That tells me the announcement came before the actual policy was fully developed. Let me read you exactly what Trump posted, because this is what started all the speculation. Trump wrote on Truth Social that all money left over from the $2,000 payments made to low and middle-income citizens from the massive tariffs coming into our country will be used to substantially pay down the national debt. In another post, he mentioned, quote, a dividend of at least $2,000 a person, not including high-income people, will be paid to everyone. See the contradiction? He says everyone, but then says not including high-income people. So it's not actually everyone. This is the confusion that has millions of Americans scratching their heads right now. Based on everything I've read, here's my best understanding of who's likely to receive this payment. If you're on Social Security, yes, you should qualify. Seniors receiving Social Security benefits typically fall under that $100,000 income threshold, so you're likely included. If you receive SSI or SSDI, absolutely. People on disability benefits are specifically mentioned as being eligible because your income is almost certainly below any potential cutoff. Veterans receiving VA benefits. Whether you're getting disability compensation, pension, or survivor benefits, you should qualify. Veterans have been mentioned multiple times in discussions about this payment. Railroad retirement recipients. Yes, you're included in the same category as Social Security recipients. Low to middle income workers. If you're making under $100,000 a year, you're almost certainly going to be eligible. Some analysts think the cutoff might be even lower, maybe $75,000 for singles and $150,000 for married couples, but we don't have confirmation yet. Now let's talk about who probably won't see this money. High-income earners. Trump specifically said not including high-income people. We don't know the exact cutoff yet, but if you're making over $100,000, you might be excluded. Non-citizens. The language specifically says USA citizens, so green card holders and non-citizens likely won't qualify, though this could change. People with certain tax debts. Based on previous stimulus programs, if you owe back taxes or child support, your payment might be garnished or reduced. Now, here's something really interesting that not many people are talking about. Trump connected this $2,000 payment to healthcare in a recent statement. He said he wants the money to go directly to people so they can go out and buy their own health insurance and negotiate different plans. He talked about getting rid of Obamacare madness and having people become entrepreneurs for their own health care. This raises a huge question. Is this a one-time payment? Or is Trump planning to send this money every year so people can afford health insurance premiums? Right now, we simply don't know. The White House hasn't clarified whether this is a single dividend or an annual payment. And that's a massive difference. Minus $2,000 once versus $2,000 every year changes everything. While all this is happening with Trump's tariff dividend plan, there's also a proposal in Congress called the American Worker Rebate Act from Senator Josh Hawley. This is a separate but related initiative that could provide additional payments to working Americans. The point is, there are multiple conversations happening right now about getting money to struggling families. Whether it's tariff dividends, worker rebates, or other programs, there seems to be recognition that Americans need financial relief. All right, action steps. This is what you should be doing today. Step 1. Make sure your information is up to date with the IRS. If you've moved, changed banks, or had any major life changes, update your direct deposit information. When these payments start going out, you want to make sure they can actually reach you. Step 2. File your 2024 taxes even if you don't think you need to. This ensures you're in the system and eligible for any payments that require tax information to process. Step 3. Watch out for scams. I guarantee you there are already scammers out there claiming you need to apply for this payment or pay a processing fee. That's complete garbage. These payments will be automatic if they happen. You don't apply, and you definitely don't pay anyone to help you get them. Step 4. Demand clarity from your representatives. The White House needs to clear up this confusion about who qualifies. Comment below if you support the $2,000 checks and think everyone should get clear answers about eligibility. Your voice matters. Step 5. Keep checking back here. I'm going to be following this story closely and updating you the moment we get official eligibility details or payment dates. Let me be completely honest with you about what I think is really happening. This announcement feels rushed. Trump made a big promise about $2,000 checks. The White House confirmed it, but the actual details aren't finalized. That's concerning because it means we could be weeks or even months away from actual payments, even though the announcement makes it sound imminent. NTHE connection to tariff revenue is interesting, but also uncertain. Tariffs are basically taxes on imported goods, and that money goes into the general treasury. Creating a specific dividend from tariff revenue requires Congress to pass legislation allocating those funds. That takes time. Senator Hawley's American Worker Rebate Act is one potential vehicle for this, but it hasn't passed yet. So there's a gap between the announcement and the actual mechanism to send out money. I'm not saying this won't happen. I'm saying we need to be realistic about the timeline and process. But here's the hopeful part. The fact that we're even having this conversation is significant. Whether it's $2,000 from tariff dividends, tax rebates, or other programs, there's clearly momentum around the idea that working Americans need direct financial assistance. The government shutdown ending is also good news. It means federal workers will get paid, government services resume, and there's at least some stability restored. And if Trump is serious about this commitment, which the White House says he is, then millions of Americans could see real relief. $2,000 might not solve all your problems, but it can catch you up on bills, fix your car, buy groceries, or give you breathing room for the first time in months. Look, I know this video had a lot of "we don't know yet" and "it's unclear" in it. I wish I could give you definitive answers about exactly when the money's coming and who's getting it, but I promised you I'd tell you the truth, not just what sounds good. The truth is, Trump signed the amendment ending the shutdown. The White House confirmed commitment to $2,000 payments, but the eligibility details and timeline are still being worked out. That's where we are. Your job right now is to stay informed, protect yourself from scams, and make sure your information is current with the IRS. And honestly, your job is also to put pressure on your representatives to clarify this confusion and move this forward. If this video helped you understand what's actually happening versus what's just hype, please hit that subscribe button. I post updates about stimulus payments, government benefits, and financial assistance programs multiple times a week because I believe you deserve straight answers. Write in the comments, "I support $2,000 checks," if you want to see this happen and you want the White House to clarify who qualifies. Let's make some noise so they know people are paying attention. And check out my other videos on financial assistance that's available right now: emergency rent help, utility assistance, food programs. Don't wait for the $2,000 when there's help available today. You're not alone in this struggle. We're figuring it out together, and I'll keep you updated every step of the way. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and I'll see you in the next video.